Thanks for supporting the channel by clicking the links in the description box. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And now let's get into this podversation. What's up, guys? We're going to have a conversation about the singer Nivea, and it was just recently reported that she called out the person that she had been quote unquote having a relationship with. And I'm, using the air quotes because he was already in a relationship with someone else, and people are actually saying that this guy was not only just dating someone else, but he was actually married. I don't know, because I don't follow any of these people on social media. So I'm just going to report. And this is coming from the site Hot New Hip Hop. And it says, Nivea calls out man she cheated with. And I laugh at the title of the article because they're basically saying that, she cheated too. And she, because when they say you cheat, you know that the person is with someone else. So Nivea calls out man she cheated with. Quote, he pimped the S out of me. So there have been a few recent interviews with Nivea where the public gained much more insight into the struggles she's experienced within the last 2 decades. The R&B singer was recently featured on BET's Encore, a reality series that put several chart-topping singers together to form a supergroup. They named themselves The Blueprint and recently shared their first project, but it wasn't music that Nivea was firing off Instagram story messages about. She took to the app over the weekend to call out a man who she claimed, quote, pimped her. Yep, I messed with someone else's so-called man, and he pimped the S out of me, wrote Nivea. Time to be exposed, and she calls him out at I am the real DP and at the social misfit. Let's go, bees. The singer continued, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm taking the lead on this Bill Cosby train. I don't give a F if you don't, N-word. She later insinuated that after she made the post, he was reaching out, but she wasn't interested in having a conversation because she is hurt. The man later came forward with an explanation, claiming that he told Nivea that he was in a relationship and he had no plans on leaving his girlfriend. He also said the singer needs help, but Nivea clapped back and shared screenshots of their alleged text conversations. This N-word broke my effing heart, man. Nivea isn't usually so open about her romances outside of speaking on the fathers of her children, ex-fiance Lil Wayne, and ex-husband The Dream. So there's like a series of screenshots from stories and text messages and WhatsApp messages, and so they definitely were in some sort of entanglement. And the guy, the I am the real DP, he did a post on his stories and he says, I feel sad for people who don't know when they need help. Sometimes trying to help someone and talk life and uplift someone can be easily taken the wrong way. I've apologized if anything was mistaken for an interest, but for you to come over to my house knowing your intentions, and when those intentions don't get met, then what? Am I now the bad guy because I don't express the same interests you have? So yes, you tried to mess with other women's men. Thanks for being honest, but please don't act like you didn't know I had a girlfriend and wasn't leaving her. That's some delusional thinking, or could be some other sort of response to something you can't stop doing to save your... And I guess he was supposed to be writing life, but he wrote lift. So I guess that's the autocorrect doing its thing. But he put in all caps, but don't come for me and mine. So in response to that, she was going off. So she said, this N-word invited me to their home. She tagged him. She said, I have screenshots to prove it. So let it go. This ain't what you want. I promise, like you did, except I honor my word, unlike you. And so just a lot of things were shared, screenshots of text messages, text conversations, and I mean, the conversations, they were pretty, like, yeah, some stuff was going down. They were definitely doing the do. And my thing is, she says that she knew he was with someone. So listen, a dog is going to be a dog. They're going to howl. They're going to bark. They're going to dig in the dirt. They're going to carry bones. They are going to hump on, you know, the boy dog is going to hump on the girl dog walking by. If a girl is in heat, that dog is going to practically break out of where they are to try to get at that girl dog that is in heat. Dogs are going to be dogs. I'm not giving a pass for a dog. I'm just saying a dog is going to be a dog. But as a woman, where do you bear the responsibility? And it's sad because Nivea is not a 15-year-old kid. She has children. She has been married before. She has, you know, children from, you know, a previous relationship as well as her marriage. So at what point do you wisen up to say, I want something, I feel like I need something, but unless I can have it the way that is right, I'm going to pass. The fact that she opened up her legs for this person who was in a relationship, whether he declared to her that he was going to leave this girl for her or not, he was already with somebody at the time, and she knew it. She knew it. She said it in her messages, like, you know, she was over at their house. She knew that he was already with someone. It would be one thing if he lied and he didn't, you know, let her know that he was already with someone and he was making it seem like he was single or even separated. And I'll be honest, the separated thing, when someone is married, that's a tricky one as well, because separated does not mean divorced. And unless somebody is actually going through a divorce proceeding, you have to be careful with that, because people get back together all the time. So those are the chances that you take when you decide to open up your legs to somebody who is already with someone else. And I don't care if that person is saying to you, this chick is getting on my nerves, I'm done with her, it's been over for years, I'm just trying to make it work for the kids. Like, do we remember Derek Jackson? Like, that stuff is just to get their way. And if you fall for it, then you become the fool. And she's better than that. It's a sad thing to see, because I know she didn't make it to the end of the encore on BET and being in the girl group, but she seemed to be the voice of reason. She seemed to be the one, but it also goes to show you that there's something lacking there. She's looking for something that she's longing for, and she was longing for something that she thought she was going to have, but it was not the right person. A lot of times the counterfeit, it shows its face and appears before the real. And there could be somebody real out there for her, but she allowed the counterfeit to be what she opened up her legs and heart for. And now she's brokenhearted, and he used her until he was done, with what he was able to get from her. And that's pretty sad. But does she bear the brunt of the responsibility in this situation? Again, I'm not giving the dog, which is the guy, a pass, because he clearly isn't ready to be done with his wife or his girlfriend or whatever title that this person has that he is with, because for him to make this post on his Instagram stories and say that, try to make it seem like he was just a listening ear and almost like a comforter and someone that she could confide in, and she needed help, and he tried to uplift her and give her motivation and inspiration. Like, the motivation that he was giving her was the type that Kelly Rowland was singing about, and that, she was spreading her legs wide and far for this dude, and now her heart is broken. So I don't know. I feel that she cannot just make herself out to be the victim in this situation when she already knew that he was with somebody. If women become a lot more discriminating. And that's the problem with sometimes when people allow the days when things were a certain way to be like, oh, that's the past. It doesn't work that way anymore. This is the new age. This is what we do now. And then you have situations like this, because maybe if she put herself in a position where it's like, I'm saving myself for my husband, he wouldn't have wasted his time. And then her heart wouldn't have been broken. Yeah, that might have been the dude that you wanted to be with, but because you made yourself unavailable in a way that he could, not have what he wanted until he was able to do things in the proper way, then she wouldn't be in this position. And that's where a lot of people are now. It's like, oh, I want to get what I want when I want it. We meet online, and then as soon as we meet in person, then we're getting down and dirty and we're doing do. And you don't even know these people. You don't even know them. You don't know. Oh my God. It's just crazy. And maybe I sound old fashioned, but that's just how I believe. And I believe that if more women operated themselves in that way, operated their lives in that way, then they wouldn't be in positions like this, because he's pretty much a predator and she was the prey. And he got his prey. He was able to harp on it, do whatever he wanted to do with it, and then he discarded it when he was done. And now she's left with the broken pieces of the situation. So I really want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I can't say I feel sorry for her, because she knew that he was with someone, period. You can like her, you can like her music and all of that stuff, but wrong is wrong. And I just don't believe that you can sweep this under the rug or use your upbringing as a reason as to why you're making certain decisions like this. Like, when you get to a place when you have had access, like money gives you access, get the help, get counseling, get therapy, do the things that you need to do so that you can become a better person. I'm sorry. That's just, to me, it's no excuse. And so she can't play the victim in this. I don't really understand what she meant by she is going to take the lead on this Bill Cosby train, because to say that, you're almost making it seem like he took advantage of you by, putting you in a state of being unconscious. And that, to me, is not, it doesn't correlate. It doesn't. So anyway, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section, guys. I really appreciate you liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next episode, I'm just being beautifully honest.